Hey everyone, it's Thelifedctr here. Happy Monday. All right, so I wanted to come to you today because I talked about starting up food challenges that will span over the course of a year. And so I'm going to be doing them every other month. So there will be 6 of them starting next month, July, which is just in a couple of days, literally. So I wanted to come to you today and share with you what the challenge is going to be, giving you today and tomorrow to get whatever you need to get if you are interested in being a part of this challenge. So the challenge for July is going to be a 21-day clean eating challenge. Now, if you follow me on YouTube or my posts on Facebook, you know that I have done a clean eating challenge before. I can't remember if it was this long, as long as 21 days or not, but that is what I would like to do for the month of July. So why 21 days? Well, research has suggested that when we engage in a particular behavior for about 21 days or so, and it's not going to be perfect, obviously, but about 21 days or so, it helps that behavior to start becoming more habitual than something that you have to do because you're willing yourself to do it. It's more it's easier to do. It's more second nature at that point. And eating clean is something that I aspire to do in general. And I know many of you do as well. But the reason why it's going to be a challenge at this particular point in time, the month of July, is because we are in the season of parties. We just left the month. We're still in June, but for the most part, I think graduations and that kind of thing are pretty much over, but there may still be some graduation parties that you have to go to. There are barbecues, there are cookouts, there's all kinds of celebratory activities during the summer. 4th of July is coming up, and all of these different events involve eating, and there's nothing inherently wrong or evil in going to an event with eating, but these events tend to have foods that are not necessarily the best foods for us. Ice cream and a lot of meats that may not necessarily be organic, or lean cuts of meat, like hamburger, hot dogs, and things like that. A lot of processed foods. And so for me, it will be a challenge. I'm not just calling it a challenge because that's what we do. We name these things challenges, but it is going to be a real challenge. I mean, I can just list off the different events that I have coming up that I know will involve all kinds of foods that I would like to partake in, but if I am on this challenge, I will not be able to. And so I encourage you to go ahead and join me as we, try to change our lives and just really make a difference in how we eat, make a difference in what we eat, which will impact, our health, our longevity, our energy levels, our skin, everything. And not only that, when we eat well, others can be blessed by that because they're learning from us, and maybe other people are aspiring to do what they know is right, but it's really difficult. But when they see me, when they see you doing it, they'll say to themselves, oh well, if she can do it, if he can do it, so can I. And so let's be an inspiration to somebody else by how we live, starting with how we eat. Now, for those who may not be as familiar with what clean eating is pretty much trying to stick to whole foods, trying to eat foods in their original form. So, for example, if you were to eat like an animal cracker, let's just say, well, that's a processed food, so that's not what we would want to eat if we're trying to eat clean. If you were to eat, a hot dog, for example, well, there's no animal running around like a hot dog. I mean, things have to be processed down in a particular form, in a way, to produce a hot dog. And so that's what I mean. So instead of eating a hot dog, you're going to want to, if you eat beef or turkey or chicken, whatever the case is, you're going to want to choose the best cuts, the leanest cuts, the healthiest cuts, organic meats if possible, because you're eating clean. But for the most part, you're trying to do away with processed foods, and just sticking to whole foods as much as possible. So does this mean that you can't eat any processed foods at all? No, that's not necessarily what clean eating means. But if that would be best. But make the best decisions you can. If you have the money to spend on organic and really good cuts of meat and fresh produce, then that's what I would encourage you to go for. We're not a wealthy family by any stretch of the imagination, but when it comes to trying to be healthy, that is one area where I feel like, okay, we can spend a little more money, than maybe somebody else would think appropriate, because this is our body, this is our temple, this is something that, if we're going to splurge, then this is what we should be splurging on, our health. Because let me tell you this, you're going to have to cough up the money to pay those hospital bills when you get sick, if you get sick. How about that? Because they will be charging you for that. So to forego all of that, or to try to prevent sickness that's health related, that's food related, that is preventable, I'm just going to try to eat clean and do what I know is the right thing to do where my eating is concerned, and I encourage you to do the same. So we will be starting this 21-day clean eating challenge on the 1st of July, on July the 1st. So today is Monday, then we have Tuesday, then we have Wednesday, July the 1st. That is when we will be starting, and we'll be going until the 21st of July. I will not be checking in with you every day, but I will probably do maybe once or twice a week, just to kind of see how you're doing and let you know how I am doing. All right, so thank you for embarking on this journey with me. Let's encourage one another, and I will see you in the next video. This is the Life Doctor. Bye.